gasoline tanker truck pulling a trailer. State troopers believe the driver veered off the roadway, slamming into a concrete abutment, triggering the explosion.
Protection Agency spokesperson says some of the gasoline from the truck spilled into Scriber Creek.
An emergency involving chemical agents or hazardous materials can occur anywhere, at any time. Chemical agents are poisonous gases, liquids, or solids that have a toxic effect on people, animals, and plants. If released or misused, they can pose a threat to the environment or health. Chemical agents can be found in homes, schools, businesses, industries, chemical facilities, and transported across highways and rail lines. Chemical safety is a responsibility we all share. After a chemical release, local emergency response agencies will make a decision whether to evacuate the area or have building occupants shelter in place. Local authorities will give directions over media such as TV, radio, and NOAA weather radio through the emergency alert system. Every home, school, and business should have an all-hazard NOAA weather radio with a tone alert feature to monitor the emergency alert system. If evacuation is ordered because of a chemical hazard, it is important to know the correct evacuation route to take away from your present location to a place of safety so you don't travel into the chemical. Carefully following evacuation instructions will help assure your safety in getting out of harm's way. Sometimes, however, evacuation is not possible or is not the best choice, and you will be instructed to shelter in place. This is often ordered when time does not allow for an evacuation. Although shelter in place offers good protection from toxic materials, it is not 100% effective. The goal is to limit exposure. This video will help you with your shelter in place plans for schools, homes, and businesses. When a shelter in place order is given, quickly implement the following directions. Bring students and staff inside the building immediately. Proceed to your pre-planned area and implement your shelter in place procedures. Close all windows and lock all exterior doors. Shut off all ventilation systems, including all heating and air conditioning units. This is done to keep outside air that may be contaminated with hazardous chemical vapors or gases from being drawn into the school. Place a sign on the door that indicates the school or room is observing shelter-in-place procedures. Monitor the TV, battery-operated radio, or NOAA weather radio, and listen for instructions from local authorities. There are several options to choose from when considering shelter in place for schools. A large interior room prepared for sheltering, such as a multi-purpose room, individual classrooms, or using an interior hallway, preferably without vents, will be the safest place for students to shelter in place. Based on your school's hazard assessment, any one of these options is perfectly acceptable, depending on the needs of the school population. Check with your local fire department for the best location. For schools located near chemical plants and chemical storage facilities with the ability to cover their windows and vents with plastic and duct tape, consider these preparations. Before a chemical event occurs, the students and staff will measure the windows and vents in their classroom. After measuring, they will cut plastic sheeting slightly larger than the area to be covered. The students may number the windows and vents and write that number on the corresponding sheets of plastic. They will also cut plastic to cover the electrical outlets. The plastic coverings and duct tape will store in a box labeled Shelter in Place Kit. This kit will be put with the other emergency supplies in the classrooms used for shelter in place. Each classroom used for shelter in place should have an emergency supply kit containing a battery-powered radio with extra batteries, plastic trash bags, first aid supplies, dust masks, heavy gloves, and other necessary emergency items. Regardless of the shelter-in-place method your school chooses, keep your classroom disaster kit close by to support the students and staff during an emergency. Do not leave the designated shelter-in-place area until you are told to do so. When authorities consider it safe, they will issue an all-clear message over the radio and TV via the emergency alert system. Before leaving, wait for the school's all-clear announcement over the school intercom system. When it is safe for you to leave school or go outside of your classroom, open the windows if possible for a clean air exchange. When sheltering in your home, follow these steps to ensure your safety. Bring pets and children inside. Close all windows and lock all exterior doors. Close heating and ventilation systems. Seal windows with plastic and duct tape. Tape around doors and vents. Have access to landline phones, as cellular equipment may not work. Remain inside. Stay tuned to your radio. Listen for the all clear. When the all clear is announced, open windows and doors for a clean air exchange. Quick action will make the difference when faced with a chemical emergency. Business shelter-in-place procedures are similar to home and school procedures. Close the business. Instruct all employees, customers, and visitors to stay inside. Shut and lock all exterior windows and exterior doors. Turn off all heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Go to a predetermined interior sheltering room or rooms. Seal any windows or vents in the sheltering room with sheets of plastic and duct tape. Seal the doors with duct tape around the top and sides. Place a wet towel at the bottom of the door. Turn on a TV or radio and listen for further instructions. Make a written record of those being sheltered. When the all clear is announced, open windows and doors, all ventilation systems, and go outside until the building's air has been exchanged with clean outdoor air. Activate the facility's emergency plan. Follow directions carefully. Wait for the all clear before leaving the facility. It is critical to develop a plan before a disaster strikes and to stick with it in times of crisis. Practice your plan during the year by scheduling drills that will familiarize everyone with all emergency procedures. It is vital to coordinate your plan. Involve your local emergency management office, law enforcement, fire and EMS personnel, your regional educational service district, and others in your planning efforts. Annually review and update your plan as required. For more information on shelter-in-place, contact your local emergency management office, tribal authority, or local emergency planning committee. This video was developed in partnership between Washington State Emergency Management and Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction.